Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are all having a good day today. My god, do we have a lot to talk about, chat? Oh my goodness. Oh, today's gonna be a fun episode, but first, what is this? Oh my god. It's baby B-dubs. Oh, Skiz looks so proud of his child. Guys, today's episode is gonna be a lot different than what we normally do. Typically, we do a lot of Minecraft stuff. Today, we're only going caving and we're talking. It's going to be a talkie episode. Why is it going to be a talkie episode? Because I'm going to be talking about in detail my experience at the Gamers for Giving charity event. This was recently hosted by Hermitcraft and the Gamers Outreach Organization to raise money. And I met hermits, like a lot of hermits, like 25 people, had new food. Went to new places in the United States. We got so much to talk about, and I want to share my experience with you guys today. I've also got a bunch of pictures that I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video with me and all the other hermits and everything as well. So really excited to get into this video, but first we got some other stuff to talk about. All right, so normally in this part of the video, this is where a fitness update would go. Well, as I have just gotten back from the trip and everything like that, I don't have one because it's only Sunday. Next video we'll have it, and it's a good one, by the way. Pretty happy about it. But one other thing I want to quickly mention, moving forward, my videos are going to be a little bit different, but I'm not going to say it here. I'm actually going to type it in the comment section of this video because it's a lot to say and I don't want to bore you guys. So go read the top comment, it's pinned, and you know, let me know what you think. But with that being said, let's get going. Let's talk about the trip. All right, so I found myself a cave. Let's get going. So kind of a funny story, to get this adventure started, I left on Wednesday the 8th, right? And I was over at my brother's house the night before, and he's like, when you get to Dallas, because I had a layover in Dallas, he's like, when you get on the tram, make sure you hold the tram rail. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, just trust me. So I get to Dallas after flying. Pretty short flight, honestly. I get on this tram and the thing just takes off, and it's doing 1,000 miles an hour, man. I understand now. I really get it, because I think I might have died if I wasn't holding on. So appreciate the support. But the story really starts when I'm about to land in Seattle, because I was talking to Zach. He's the person who founded Gamers Outreach. He says, you know, we'll have a ride there for you. I'm like, okay, cool. And, you know, are there any hermits around? That's the big thing, because up to this point, I've not met any hermits except for Hypno and B-dubs for like 5 minutes in 2013. So I'm like, I'm a little anxious, you know, and I think it's more anticipation of meeting people rather than actually meeting people. But he's like, yeah, some of the hermits are at the bar. And when I say at the bar in this story, that doesn't mean that they are drinking. That means that the bar is where the food is. It's all kind of the same area, right? Like you get food at the bar. So anyways, they're at the bar. I'm like, all right. So I walk in after getting dropped off by the driver. By the way, my driver was from Istanbul, and he was the coolest guy ever. Told me about his whole family and how his daughter can only see out of one eye. And we really bonded. He was a pretty solid guy. Shout out to that dude. So I get to the hotel, and at this point I'm a little nervous, because this is the moment, right? This is like that moment that you feel like, you know, things might change here, you know, like I'm about to meet people that I've known for a super long time, and I'm nervous. So I walk in, get checked in, and the first hermits I meet are Impulse, B-dubs, Tango, and Skiz. And I think that was kind of the perfect people to meet, honestly, apart from, say, Cub, because Cub would have been good too. But you know what? And as I mentioned, you know, I was nervous, but it was more of like anticipation of meeting them. And after talking for 4 seconds, like, yo, hey guys, what's up? I'm Jevin. It was like talking to old friends. It was so instant and so easy, right? There was no nerves. They were, oh, hey dude, what's up? You know, like, you know, all those thoughts that goes to your head when you meet a new person. It was instantly gone. So me and Skiz had a good hug. We talked about that quite a bit, but met all of them. And then about, I would say, I would say probably about 30 minutes later, other hermits started showing up. Ooh, there's a spawner. The UK hermits showed up about an hour after me, 30 minutes to an hour after me. So that brought in Cleo, Foss, Grian, Martin, Ollie, Jimmy, Ren. Oh my god, there's so many. So that was interesting because I met like 15 new people at once, and I apologize if I missed anybody. Pearl got in the day before us because Pearl had such a long flight. It was cool, really cool meeting Cleo. You know, never seeing somebody's face to meeting them in the person is really awesome. And again, it was just so natural, right? There was no nerves. I felt good. It was a good night. Things were going really well. So we're all just having a good time. We had some food, played some, oh, I can't remember the name of the game. They had like a table there for it. It was like, yeah, I don't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. So anyways, there was a few more people to come, I think, but it was a little bit later actually. But the last person that ended up getting in before Jim, because she got in really late, was Cub. And I met Cub, and that was really big for me because, you know, me and Cub are pretty close on the server. We're homies. So I had met pretty much everybody except for Pearl and Jim at that point. And by the way, myself and Ren, dude, we're like besties. And I also met Ren's brother Jono, and he's awesome, by the way. So like that first night was really cool. It was a lot to take in because it was, you know, meeting so many people at once. That's a big thing. But you know what? It went about as best as it possibly could. So we stayed down where the food area was, the bar area, for a while. Eventually, all went to bed. And so the next day brought more new, right? In the morning, I met Joel, Pearl, and I don't know if I had met Jim yet. I don't believe so. So we all get on the shuttle to go over to Mojang because the Redmond office is where the event is hosted. And so we get there. I have no idea what to expect. I meet Anthony. Anthony is like, he works for Mojang. He does like social influencing and event coordination and innovation. And the dude's awesome. Truly a really good guy. I also met Jim at this point, and at some point I met Pearl. I want to say at breakfast in the morning. So we made it to the office. At this time, I meet Jim, which was amazing as well. Just a lovely person. Same with all the other hermits, though, really. But so the only person I hadn't met at this point was Joe. Joe was getting there later Thursday night. So just flight timings and things like that. So Thursday was interesting because for the most part, I genuinely had no idea what to expect. Now, I'm grateful because I asked Cub about 1 million questions before we went to this event, trying to get a feel for what it was like. So setup went pretty well. We got our seating arrangements, and I was seated in the back row next to Cleo and Joe. And quite literally, I felt like that was the perfect seat for me. One is, you know, me and Joe do a lot together on the server, and two, with this being my first event, I had no idea what to expect, what to do. So I didn't want to be somewhere where I was expected to know what I was doing because I had no idea. But it was, you know, one thing that really caught me off guard with this entire event was just like how insanely talented all of the hermits are. You know, most of them were playing instruments. Ren and his brother are playing full songs and just jamming. Ollie, yo, dude is just mega talented. Same with Joel on the drums, dude. It was insane. So we got to tour around the Mojang offices, and again, I'm gonna have some pictures of those at the end of this video as well. But anyways, we got to tour around, take a look, get an idea for what the layout of the event was going to be. Oh, and by the way, the Mojang office, quite literally the coolest place on the planet Earth. If I was not doing YouTube, I would be trying to work there. And yeah, so amazing. Like I said, we met Anthony. He was on the live stream, very tall guy. You might notice him. He was on the stream when it was him and Stage and Scar. So at this point, we hadn't met Scar yet either because he hadn't arrived yet. But So we did some touring of the offices. Again, coolest office of all time. They showed us around, got everything kind of set up. So we started getting set up, everything. This was all the technical side of the streaming stuff, so you don't really need to know about that. So anyways, we decide that it's at this point it's Thursday night almost. Like, all right, we're gonna go back to the hotel, get some food, just hang out, just kind of get settled in. So we go back to the hotel, down to the bar area where the food is. We get some food, things are going good. At this point, I'm just so relaxed and happy, right? This has been something that I've been nervous about for months and months, because I've known I was going for a very long time. And again, I don't want to say it was nerves about, being around those people, because I've known these people for 10 years. It was more of the anticipation, right? Just like waiting to get to meet these people. And oh, by the way, one thing I want to quickly mention, when I met Skiz, I met his wife, Mrs. Skiz, and she is lovely. She's awesome too. So, also when the UK Hermits arrived, I also met Zed, I forgot one, and his wife Dot. And Dot is awesome. Same with Zed. Both of them are very cool people. I enjoyed being around them. So Thursday night comes, and me and Ren, being the card people that we are, there's a card shop nearby. Ren, hey, you want to go to this LGS, local game stores, what that stands for? Ren's immediately like, yep. So myself, Ren, Foss, Martin, Cleo, and Cub all go. And so they dealt with me and Ren looking through bulk boxes of cards for a while. We ripped some packs. It was so much fun, man. Again, me and Ren are cut from the same cloth. We're both Magic players. We talk and do the same things. It was really cool. So one of my favorite interactions so far. We're just having a lot of fun. So I want to say we did some more card shopping stuff. Martin bought some cards. We kind of taught Cub how to play the Magic game. Just generally having fun at the card shop, right? We get back to the hotel. Ren goes upstairs, gets his Pauper deck. If you don't know what a Pauper deck is, it's a common only deck. It's Magic the Gathering. So we're down there at the bar playing Magic, as we wanted to for forever. Other Hermits are watching. Cub's learning. Pearl's there. Pearl actually ended up buying some Magic cards as well. It was just a really surreal experience, man. It was so freaking cool. So that leads to Friday. So Friday was dry run. More just a lot of meetings this day, talking about what we're doing, things like that. Oh, and by the way, on Thursday night, Joe arrived. I met Joe. That was awesome. I have a picture with him as well. And I just want to say something quick about Joe, and actually a couple other people really fast too. So first off, Joe, as you guys know, I'm a diabetic, and Joe was immediately like, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Joe came prepared. He had about everything on his person that he could have possibly brought: skates, helmet, everything. It was amazing. Love Joe. Love Joe. The other people that I want to shout out were Stage. Stage is, I think, on like a partner coordinator for Gamers Outreach. They were so accommodating and like, hey, we've got food for you guys. If you don't like this food, we'll get you anything you want. Pretty much, we've got gift cards. Just let us know. And as somebody that was like new to all of this, it was very, very helpful. I had no idea what was going on. So leading into Friday, we go back. Just more getting things set up and getting ready for the stream. Friday was a little bit more relaxed. We just we had done a lot of setup on Thursday. Friday was dry runs. We did a bunch of dry runs, kind of figured out where we were going. It was awesome. It was awesome. And so I was trying to think if we did anything more on Friday. I kind of want to say that me and Ren and a couple others maybe went back to the card shop, but I'm not sure. I know we went back on Saturday. I don't know. So anyways, this leads to the first day of the event, which was Saturday. And I do got one more thing to say about Friday. Scar showed up on Friday, and I got to meet him for a little bit. He wasn't feeling super well, so we took precautions, masks, hand sanitizers, got to say hi, hello. It was great to meet him, honestly. Okay, all right, let's keep going. So at this point, we're all ready to go, and we start. So we get everything going. Let me tell you guys something about tech. I had always thought that I was good at technical things. Yeah, not even close. The company Liquid Dogs that was working the event for us was like networking like 30 computers, main feeds. It was extremely impressive. I had no idea what was going on, but it was awesome. So the event comes on, you know, we're all doing our things. We're switching to main feeds and just kind of going with the flow. So I want to say that my first event on Saturday, hold on. So my first event on Saturday was Tango's Biosign. That was so stressful, but from what I understand and what people said a little bit later on, the Biosign event generated almost $400,000. And wow. And you know what, that makes sense because there was so many signs. And when we were done, I think there was still somewhere along the lines of about 3,900 signs that still needed to be placed. So a lot of there. We had kind of practiced a little bit the day before. It was, so the teams were the tunnels. So it was me, Skiz, Cub, and Impulse. And I felt like we did pretty good. I think we got second place, which was fine. You know, it's competition, but we were more there trying to shout out names of people donating and who was in what tunnel. And it was so much fun, man. It was really cool. So the second event that I was in on Saturday was Ren's Q&A, and I was with Cub, Martin, Jono, and Cleo. And that was really cool. Got to answer some questions and just, you know, kick back and be on stream. And so that event was probably one of my, apart from say the intro, because the intros to each day, all of the groups were standing there apart from the people in the music room. So that was one of my very first like forays into being on camera. And let me tell you guys, like all of the work that I put in to lose all of the weight that I did and everything like that was so worth it. I don't think I could have done the trip without it, to be honest with you. So Saturday went really, really well. At the end of Saturday, we had raised about $700,000. So as you know, for some context, both days last year, we raised about 836,000. So we're like, ooh, maybe $1 million this year. Oh man. All right. So we found another cave. Let's keep going. So at this point, it's the end of Saturday, which is the first day of the event. The first day was extremely fun. Also very tiring though. A lot of us went back to the hotel to get some food. And then I want to say that we maybe went to the card shop again. So I believe this time it was the same group as before. So that would have been me, Ren, False, Cub, Cleo, but Pearl also came this time. Again, just really cool, man. I got along with everybody so well. There wasn't a lot that we were doing on the, oh, okay, that works. The Saturday night, just because we had all just got done streaming for 10 hours and it was a extremely long day. And, so, you know, pretty early night that night, we end up going to bed, get back to the hotel, you know. From there, Sunday comes. Sunday is the last day of the event. And, at this point, I had actually let me go back because I'm a little bit confused here. At this point I had not really left the hotel except for to go to the event and back. I ended up walking to the grocery store to get some stuff, just some things that I needed, nothing personal. And I got to experience a little bit of Washington. I'm really sad that I didn't get to see the Space Needle, but it's okay. Next time. So that leads us to Sunday. Sunday was another long day. So this day was a lot of fun though, because it was MCC day. So I've been in a couple MCCs before, but my team for this MCC was team for this MCC was Tubbo, Pixel Riffs, and Scar, and we ended up getting third place. Pretty happy about that, by the way. That was pretty cool. I also got a really cool jersey. I'm really excited about that too. That was really nice. Also, Impulse's team won. And I think False has like 14 or 15 wins now at this point. It's insane. She just wins everything. She's so good, right? But I also forgot to mention that I think on Friday we had a team dinner as well. That team dinner was really fun. I will say this. you know, I'm not used to eating fancy food at all. I'm used to cheeseburgers. So the places that we went, I was like, I felt a little out of place. Like I had never been to that type of dining before. It was interesting. It was really interesting. It was a totally new experience. So the team dinner on Sunday was interesting because we went to this Italian place, and my God, the food was amazing. But it was interesting because I had never been to a restaurant where you didn't order food. They just brought food to the table. Like they had a curated menu and they brought it to the table. And like from the bread to the meats to the spaghetti and meatballs, like probably the best Italian food that I've ever had in my entire life. And just even the desserts, like it was insane. It was so delicious. My God. At this point, I had eaten way too much, and I think it was time to go back to the hotel. So some of the hermits stayed up a little bit longer because they were staying after. I, unfortunately, had to get up really early to catch my flight back home. All right, hold on. Let me not die. So we got back to the hotel and just kind of said goodbyes to everybody. I wasn't sure who I was going to see in the morning, so I wanted to make sure that I said goodbye to as many people as I could. That's really important to me. Said all the goodbyes, got back to the hotel, packed everything ready for the morning, went back downstairs. In the morning when I went downstairs, there was a couple hermits down there having breakfast. Cleo Skiz, Mrs. Skiz. And there was a couple hermits sitting over in the waiting area. So I kind of hung out with them for a little while and eventually went to the airport with Stage. Now, one thing that I'm huge on, you know, it's important to me is I want to say goodbye to everybody. You know, I just want to make sure that they know that I'm not like trying to skip them or anything. And I don't think any of the hermits are obviously thinking that. But one person that I didn't get to say goodbye to was Jono. This is a really cool moment, right? So check this out. I am in the Seattle airport walking to my terminal, and I turn the corner and guess who's standing there? Jono. I'm like, yo, dude, what's up? He's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I told him, I said, you know, Ren had always talked really highly of his brother, and it makes sense because I've never really met any. Hold on, let me go back. I kind of forgot something. So one thing that I definitely forgot was the second event of Sunday. So let's go back to Sunday real fast. Sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up here. It was me and Cub doing blindfold bingo. Brother, let me tell you, blindfold bingo was the hardest thing I have ever done. Oh my God, it was insane. It was so friggin' tough. Yeah, like what? So I think me and Cub got like 8th or something. But essentially what it was you had a hermit and then you had a companion hermit. And the companion hermit was telling the blindfolded hermit what to do to play the game. Move left, move right, open your inventory, etc., etc. Oh my God. But you know what? Me and Cub kind of locked in. We were doing really good. We had really good communication and it was really good. So another thing that happened on Sunday is these things, they do dono reads, and the dono reads themselves were really fun. I was on one with Joel, Cub, and Joe. So we wasn't like 100% sure what we were going to do. And then as we're walking in, we found duct tape. And Joe's like, mummy me. So we just go in there and start taping Joe up, like hair and all. He does not care, right? We put 6 rolls of duct tape on this man and he was unfazed. Just instantly like, keep taping me. So, it was insane. I have pictures of that as well. So that was all I did on Sunday. And that was pretty much the wrapping of the ending ceremonies and things like that. So now let's go back. As I said, I had met up with Jono at the airport. I didn't know that he was going to be there. I was really excited that he was going to. I've been here before. Interesting. I remembered that. We were in this cave on stream and I missed a bunch of diamonds here. Okay. Well, anyways, let me, I guess we can just finish up now. But, so anyways, I ran into him and I said, you know what? Like I was telling Ren, like, you're such a personable person. When you talk to Jono, it's not like a normal conversation. He leans in and he gives you eye contact and it's really personal. And I've not really met a lot of people that actually do that type of talking. and it was really cool to meet him. I think him and I would be great friends if we see each other. I think we are great friends, so it was really awesome. In general, this entire trip was just one of the best that I've probably ever taken. It was amazing. I don't think I had a bad experience at all. Maybe my feet hurting. That was the only bad experience. But got my airplane back to Dayton. Ended up catching all the flights perfectly fine. Got back to Dayton about 10 p.m. on Monday, and here we are. So that was my experience, right, guys? Just an insane trip. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to show you pictures that I took during the event, and with Hermits, some without, and I hope you guys enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. Ooh, we got to get those diamonds. Hold on, gotta get the diamonds. Those are important. Gotta get rid of creepy crawlers first. You guys gotta go. Ooh, okay, let's get these. Give me. All right, so that is gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time, and I hope you enjoyed the pictures that are up next. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I'm gonna be changing some things on YouTube, and if you read the top pinned comment, you'll find out what that is. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the pictures.